Across the Park podcast is proud to be sponsored by Globe Gas and Heating. For the best kitchen and bathroom renovations, boiler servicing and repair, and central and underfloor heating in the Northwest, head over to globecentralheating.com and quote Across the Park for a free quote.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Across the Park podcast. And it's taken us a while, but we finally got there. Absolutely delighted and privileged to be in the presence of the legend, the one and only Mick Lyons. Thank you so much for your time, Mick. And Francesca, thank you for making this happen. Mick's daughter, and again, privileged to be in the beautiful home. So, yeah, it's been building up this for so long. I'm almost getting nervous now. You'll have to excuse me. I'll be passing the mic over back and forth.
No problem at all.
Fine. He's got the privilege of having this on his lapel. Okay. So Mick, I've got to start where we start with all of our guests and try and take you back to when you were a young boy.
Yeah.
When you first got your love for football. Can you remember back then how you got into football? How you maybe got into the Blues?
Yeah. Well, from a young age, we used to play football, and we call it an ollie. Our ollie it used to be, and we'd play in Malpass Road, Croxteth, and I got a brother 2 years older too, you see, and we'd always just go there and play on the field on the ollie, and it was great, and then you play for your school team and all like that, and it was a real nice grown up, type of thing.
Yeah, I think it's a bit. Don't want to get too nostalgic, and it's a bit sad that doesn't happen as much anymore, does it? You obviously got a lot more modern pitches that are built and stuff like that, but it doesn't have to happen as much where children just go outside the house and play football, and it's lost a little bit, isn't it?
Yeah, because we just go out over the road to the Ola, and put your coat down or something like that for the 2 goals and all that. But that was just life then, that was and what we do also, we in the Ola, where you get Ola and Croxteth, you have a pavement all the way around the Ola.
Yeah.
And the number of times we ran around that pavement, it was just like a sports day every time we went there, The
pavement was like my best teammate. I'd always knock it off the pavement, go past someone use the pavement to go past them. But that's lovely to hear. Have you been back there, Croxteth, recently? Or
Yeah. But when was it? Last time we went back there?
I think last week, and you went to see your old school, De La Salle.
Oh yeah.
And drove around.
Yeah.
So, what are your memories of De La Salle? Because we were talking off air. If you like, I went to Allsop, you went to De La Salle. There was many a game that my team, my school, had played against yours. Yeah. School games, what were they like back then?
Oh, it's good. We had a real good side.
Yeah, you always had a good side.
And, we still knock around with some of the lads there. We had a lad called Mick Cushion, right? And he was a really good player. Yeah. And I don't know why he didn't make the grade or something like that, And he was from Spadder Hall.
Right on the balls of it.
Spadder Hall kid. Yeah, but it was he was a top lad, and I see him now and then and all like that, and it's he was a good lad. But we had a really good football team, and I think the part of it was because we had such a good a teacher who coached us, and I still see Dave Hart, his name is, right, and I still see him to this day.
Wow, that's class, that.
Yeah.
So obviously, growing up playing football, what was your player in the street? Who were you pretending to be when you had the ball in your head? Who was your
Mate, I used to always like Jimmy Gabriel.
Okay.
You know, Gabby. Well, it was Jimmy Gabriel, Alec Young, you know, and then later Fred Pickering and all that. You know, they just roll off. You know,
depends where you were in the street.
Yeah. And we used to have our mad goalie, Westy.
Was one of your mates Westy, was he? Come charging out to smash people.
It made no difference if it was the other side or us.
That's a proper goalie. That's what you want from a keeper.
But he was a great keeper too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So obviously that's playing football as a youngster. Do you remember your first memories of going to Goodison, watching Everton, and how did that go for you?
Oh, well, I was probably started going from like the age of 8, something like that. You see, my brother, as I said, is 2 years older than me, and that, you know, and we'd I'd get the 44D, you know, from Crocky, to the ground and that, you know, and that was the highlight of the week.
Was it chocker, that bus? The loads on it?
There were quite a few on there, but it was you know, it was, you know, and we had tickets for the paddock, you see, but we'd go and get there about 1:45, you know.
Watch the warm up and all that. Well, the warm was quite short then, wasn't it?
Yeah. So we would get there and we just and I don't know if you remember, we had like where in the paddock there was at the front of the side, like a little square thing where they kept all the numbers of players, and you know,
for the substitutions, you mean?
Substitutions and all like that. And we get there dead early. We'd sit there in the thing, like we you know, when seeing them all doing the things like that, you know. But we you know, well, we loved going to games.
It's an experience, wasn't the whole day?
Oh, yeah, it was.
Yeah, when I used to go with my dad used to do his head, and I'd want to be there as soon as the gate opens. Yeah. Standing there for 2 hours, waiting for the toffee lady to throw some Everton in so I could catch them. To drive them mad. Yeah. And I want to see every bit of that match atmosphere. I want to soak it all up.
Yeah. I mean, it's these days, I mean, I still think they're all fanatical as ever.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
And
the kids are, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. And we've seen that more recently when things haven't been going so well. It's been portrayed in a negative light where, you know, the kids are stopping cars and they're having a go at the players. But that would have happened, it would have happened back in the day, wouldn't it? If players were not playing well and stuff, and they were clearly not representing the shirt, the fans would let them know, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I don't know so really. Well,
but we didn't see as bad a teams as we have. And everyone at least put a shift in those days as well. Francesca, just to bring you in, did you go to the match when you were younger? You know, obviously your dad being involved and stuff. What was any memories of you when you were younger going to the game, or was it something you stayed away from?
I think I used to go a little bit. I think I used to get a little bit frightened, to tell you the truth, and quite overwhelmed with the crowds and everything. I remember going to the game one time, and I think someone must have been having a go at my dad, and I was with my mum, and she turned around and gave them a mouthful.
That's awkward, isn't it?
Yeah, but no, I used to love going, and then when he was coaching, I remember going training with him, and probably sit there and read a book and not really take much into it. But it was and as time went by, I'd go to the match and just watch the match with him as well. So always been part of the life going to the match. But I love it, and obviously with them being home now, we've been going to the game and it's been brilliant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Maybe not the results are brilliant, but going to the game is brilliant.
Absolutely not. So obviously your younger days going as a fan, you've got into the schoolboys, you know, in your school. You're obviously starting to feel like you were when you were going to Goodison, was that always something, your dream, like I want to be on that pitch one day?
Oh, I always wanted to play for Everton. Yeah, you know, I really did that. I just I just love the feel of Saturdays, you know, and then you just go there and just sit and watch the match and that, you know, it's great.
And so, from schoolboys then, do you remember the first time maybe a scout or someone that asked you to come along? Because again, that's changed over the years in terms of how players are picked up. How was it for you?
Well, to be honest, we went to De La Salle school, you see, and we won like the Echo Cup, you see, and it was so it was, you know, it was
it's always been a big deal, the Echo Cup.
I know,
still to this day.
So we had a good side, you know, and we done really well. I think, you know, the whole season we never lost a game, you know, and we just, and you see, my teacher I still talk to now and that, you know from the guy called Dave Hart.
Yeah.
You see.
Do you remember some of the feelings though of putting that shirt on the first time coming out and?
Yeah, you get a bit nervous, you know, you get nervous and, you know, and then you get over it when you're on the pitch and all like that, you know. But I just love playing, you know.
What was your you know, you obviously you came into the team, and I think if my I want to say my memory, because I wasn't around at that time, but certainly, you know, my knowledge of it, you must have been, you know, cleaning the boots to the likes of Kendall, Harvey and Ball. Were they your, you know, at that age, were you thinking, I want that shirt, I want to be in there?
Well, to be honest, we all had little jobs and, you know, cleaning the boots and things and all like that. And it was but the lads in first team were really good to us and all that, you know, and it was just a like progression, you know, and I just, you know, got a bit lucky, I think, and played a few games. And
more than a few, yeah. Just on that one, do you think? And again, this is not necessarily. Yeah, I'm not putting this in a negative way, but do you think your versatility and your willingness to just go and play anywhere and go and do a job to the team, do you think that was one of the big factors that meant you played so many games?
Probably because, you know, you know, if we were getting beat or something like that, you know,
the Mick Lyons, Mick Lyons, get him up,
get him up there, for a thing. But we, you know, we had a good team spirit, and we, you know, our coaches were good too, and that, and it was a real enjoyable time, you know.
Who was and putting you on the spot here, who was your favourite coach? Who was that person you thought, I got the most, apart from your school teacher?
Yeah. I think probably Colin, you know.
Really? Yeah. Wow.
I mean, Colin was you know, he was a great player too, you know, and but we had some good players, Bobby Latchford, you know.
Wow, he was brought in a few years after you broke through, hadn't you? It was a big signing for the club at the time, and what a difference he made,
yeah. Remember that Bobby Latchford walks on water?
That's it. Still gets sang every week now. We're still hoping he'll just come back, step back up and play. Play.
And I think my favourite was Jimmy Gabriel. You know, I thought Gabby was a great player, and he played like the same position as me too. You know, like. But sometimes I didn't know what position I was playing because you know you get thrown up front one week and then you at the back and.
Well, you started off playing more forward games, didn't you? One season you were our leading goal scorer. To go from that to coming back and being captain as a centre back,
I think that was a poor season for us.
Well, listen, you
scored a goal.
Listen, it's in the record books. 9 goals I think you got that season, which wasn't your highest. You know, return, but you were leading goal scorer for the team that season, which is still remarkable, isn't it? And I've got to ask you about that season where we must have played about 6 replays in various different finals. It was the League Cup final against Sheffield Wednesday. We had 2 or 3 replays. Liverpool semi-final. We had, I think, 1 replay. That must have been mad to get so close to those,
Yeah.
to lifting them trophies.
Aye.
But
Well,
mad.
oh, mad but good.
Mad, exactly. Unbelievable experience. I think I remember you saying in a previous interview that there's one of the replays against Sheffield Wednesday, Hillsborough, where you said that the atmosphere was just incredible.
It was, and then later on, when I played the Sheffield Wednesday, you know.
Did that influence your decision eventually to go and play for Sheffield, remembering what it was like at Hillsborough?
Well, the thing, I mean, we had a good coach, you know, Jack Charlton was our coach and all that, you know, and he was a top coach and
Legend of the game as well, wasn't he?
Yeah, was, yeah. And the people at Sheffield were really nice.
Did you move?
No, my dad, I think, would be there half of the week. He'd lived with Lee Chapman.
Oh, Lee Chapman.
So yeah.
Oh, Chappie,
So
yeah.
Mum had me and my brother here, and I think my dad probably had a great time over there.
I bet you did. So was your routine go up on the Tuesday, maybe, was it? Did you have the Monday off after the weekends and you do?
Not really. Never. Maybe occasionally that, but it was normally it was like you know, you're in Monday, Tuesday. Sometimes we get Wednesday off. Like that, you know, and then there. But it was enjoyable. You know, there was a great bunch of lads. We were with there again. And the pitch was, you know, great pitch too. You know, I mean, you know, we did previously played all the World Cup games there, didn't he? Like
I mean,
Goodison,
two of the most iconic stadiums in
in
English football, Hillsborough and Goodison.
Yeah,
amazing to have played at both of those, and onto like incredibly fanatical fans as well. Was that tough though, leaving Everton? Back, was that what was that decision like? Was that a really tough one for you to make, to go from to leave your boyhood club?
Yeah. Really, no, I left, to be honest. You know, there wasn't any main reason.
No,
something like
looking
that.
back, there doesn't seem to be. I mean, Howard came in, didn't he? Brought in, you know, a new generation of players. You were still Howard still had you at centre back. He still picked you, didn't he? And you were still at that time the main man.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a football decision, isn't it?
And they had a good manager in Jack, you know, like that, you know, and I just, you know, still lived in Liverpool. You know, but get in the car.
Couple of hours, couple of hours, and that's it.
It was, a couple of hours away in there, but it was it was nice at Sheffield. There were people were good.
Very similar to Scousers, aren't they?
Yeah. They are,
and we've had the docks, they've had the steel stuff. There's that, you know, commonality in terms of the history of the city,
working city.
Yeah, absolutely,
yeah.
So before I got here, or before we started, I was asking you briefly about Australia. I mean, you're flying back there tomorrow. Talk to us about that move. You know, was that obviously a big decision for you? What's the life like out there for you?
It's all right. You know, it's nice. You know, it's nice. It's you like it, don't you?
What was that like for you as a family then?
Yeah, it was great. We travelled around a little bit. My dad was in Australia and then Brunei and Singapore, so we had all that as well. But where he is now, it's Perth. It's lovely, beaches, and lifestyle and way of life is great. He's been there for like 20 odd years, so he must like something.
Proper expat now,
yeah.
Proper expat. Have you got your little routine over there?
It's well, you know, I've taken football teams over there, you know.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed doing that. You know, the Sunday mornings, you get up and all the kids knock on the door. You know, when are we going? When are we going?
You're always gonna stay in football, weren't you? Anyway.
Oh, I hope so.
And this is a question I always ask everyone. What's the feeling like as a coach compared to being a player? What? Sometimes some people say, you know, you get a different buzz out of it, and sometimes it's actually a greater buzz seeing players improve. And and achieving success.
Oh, it's great when you train and you see some young lad coming and all like that, and you always think, oh, I'm going to try and help him as much as possible and all like that, and I enjoyed being coach and all like that, and it was one of the good parts of life.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Francesca, I'm going to finish with you because you're still, obviously supporting your dad massively and now and helping us to relive some of the great stories he's got. But what's it been like being a daughter of an Everton legend and obviously seeing his career? Give us some of your feelings and
not legend.
Legend.
It's been I'm so proud. I think when I was younger I used to get a little bit embarrassed and shy about it really, but as I've got older, and especially when people tell me the stories, and take the time to get in touch with me and tell me how much they loved my dad and he was the hero, it just makes me feel really proud. And having him back, it's been brilliant having him back and all the places and people we've seen, as I say, go into the match, and yeah, I'm really grateful that being able to spend this time with them as well.
As I said, I joked at the start, we've been trying to put this together since March, and I don't know, we've had schedules that have clashed, and you're an extremely popular man, and you've got a lot of friends in football and in life, and that's a a huge credit to you as a person as well, isn't it? You've retained so many friendships.
Oh yeah. Some of the people I've knocked around with for years, and that, it's great. I've been very lucky.
Yeah, and I feel really lucky to be sitting here. So thank you very much again, Mick. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Francesca, for making it happen. And safe trip back.
Thanks,
and hopefully I'll fly over to you next time and we can do this in another lovely house in Perth. Oh yeah, that's fine. Although the weather's not bad today. It's lovely.
Yeah.
But anyway, thanks everyone for tuning in, and hopefully you enjoyed this as much as I did, and catch you soon.